There are certain principles, certain truths that, once you understand them, will transform how you approach every day. They will enhance your experience of life and allow you to reach new levels of effectiveness, fulfillment, and success. Life without purpose is like a ship drifting aimlessly at sea, tossed by the waves, vulnerable to storms, and without any clear destination in sight. Purpose is the invisible compass that gives life direction, meaning, and stability. When you live with purpose, every decision, every action, and every choice you make is guided by a deeper sense of intention. Purpose is not just about doing, it's about knowing why you are doing it. It's about having a clear understanding of your existence, a mission that fuels you from within, and once you embrace it, your entire life transforms. The challenge many face today is that they live reactively. They go through the motions of life, responding to circumstances rather than shaping them. They wake up, go to work, handle their responsibilities, but inside there's a feeling of emptiness, a sense that something is missing. And what's missing is not necessarily a lack of achievement or activity, it's a lack of purpose. Without purpose, even the most successful people can feel hollow, as though their efforts don't truly matter. On the other hand, when you know your purpose, even the simplest tasks become significant. You realize that every step you take is part of a much larger journey, and that journey is leading you somewhere meaningful. Living with purpose begins with understanding who you are. Many people try to find purpose externally through their jobs, relationships, or accomplishments, but true purpose starts within. It starts with knowing your strengths, your values, your passions, and your unique gifts. Everyone has been designed with a specific purpose, but it requires introspection and self-awareness to discover it. You have to ask yourself questions like, what am I passionate about? What drives me? What are my strengths? How can I use these strengths to make a meaningful impact? These are not surface-level questions, they are deep, reflective questions that demand honesty and vulnerability. Once you have a sense of your purpose, the next step is aligning your life with it. This is where intentionality comes in. Living with purpose isn't just about having a grand idea of why you exist, it's about letting that idea shape how you live every single day. It's easy to get distracted by the demands of life, by other people's expectations, or by the pressures of society. But living with purpose requires that you stay focused. It means making choices that align with your mission, even when it's difficult. It means saying no to things that don't serve your purpose, even if they seem appealing in the moment. It means being disciplined in how you spend your time, your energy, and your resources. When you live with purpose, clarity replaces confusion. You no longer feel torn between conflicting desires or pulled in different directions by the opinions of others. Purpose brings clarity because it shows you what matters most. It helps you prioritize. If something aligns with your purpose, you pursue it wholeheartedly. If it doesn't, you let it go without regret. This clarity also helps you deal with challenges more effectively. When you encounter obstacles, you don't see them as roadblocks that stop you. You see them as opportunities to grow, learn, and become more resilient. Purpose gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough, because you know that what you're doing has meaning beyond the immediate circumstances. Living with purpose brings fulfillment. One of the greatest sources of unhappiness is feeling like your efforts don't matter, like you're just going through the motions. But when you live with purpose, every day has meaning. You wake up with a sense of excitement because you know that your life is contributing to something bigger than yourself. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal development, purpose gives you a reason to keep striving, to keep growing, and to keep pushing forward. It transforms work from a chore into a mission. It turns relationships from casual interactions into meaningful connections. It takes ordinary moments and makes them extraordinary because they are part of a larger story. Purpose also has a ripple effect on those around you. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to do the same. People are drawn to individuals who have a clear sense of direction, who know what they want, and who are committed to something greater than themselves. Your purpose becomes contagious. It motivates others to find their own sense of meaning and to live with greater intention. This creates a powerful cycle of growth, positivity, and contribution, where your purpose not only benefits you, but also enriches the lives of those you come into contact with. Living with purpose is not just an idea, it's a way of life. It's the foundation on which you build everything else. Without it, life feels shallow and aimless, but with it, life becomes rich, meaningful, and fulfilling. Purpose gives you clarity, direction, and resilience. It fuels your passion and drives your actions. It transforms every moment into an opportunity to move closer to your mission. And once you discover your purpose, you'll never want to stop living by it because it makes life so much better. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Unlike money, which can be earned and lost, or material possessions, which can be replaced, time is finite. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever. Yet so many people fail to recognize the true value of time until it's too late. They let days slip by thinking there will always be more time, only to look back and realize that those days turned into months, and those months into years. The importance of understanding and managing time wisely cannot be overstated because time is not just a resource, it is the essence of life itself. To live a fulfilling and impactful life, you must learn to manage your time with intention and purpose. Managing time isn't about filling your schedule with endless tasks or being constantly busy. It's about using your time in a way that aligns with your values, your purpose, and your long-term goals. Time management is about making conscious decisions about where to invest your energy and focus, ensuring that what you're doing each day contributes to the bigger picture of your life. One of the biggest challenges people face with time is distraction. We live in a world full of distractions, phones, social media, emails, endless streams of information, all competing for our attention. If you're not careful, it's easy to let these distractions consume hours of your day, leaving you feeling exhausted yet unproductive. Managing time effectively means learning to eliminate distractions and focus on what truly matters. It means being selective about where you invest your time and making sure that the activities you engage in are aligned with your purpose and goals. To do this, you must learn to prioritize. Not all tasks are created equal, and not everything that demands your attention is worthy of your time. When you prioritize, you make decisions based on importance, not urgency. Too many people spend their days putting out fires, reacting to whatever seems urgent in the moment, without ever stepping back to ask, is this truly important? Is this helping me move forward? Prioritizing means focusing on the things that will have the greatest long-term impact on your life, even if they don't seem urgent right now. It's about working on the things that will make the most difference rather than simply staying busy for the sake of being busy. Time management also requires discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. There will be times when distractions seem more appealing, when procrastination feels tempting, or when you'd rather take the easy path. But discipline is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. The most successful individuals are not necessarily the ones with the most talent or resources. They are the ones who are disciplined with their time. They are the ones who wake up every day and do the work, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient. Discipline is the bridge between intention and accomplishment. Another crucial aspect of managing time effectively is understanding that rest and rejuvenation are not wasted time. They are essential components of productivity. Too often people equate being busy with being productive, but that's not the case. Productivity is not about how many hours you work, it's about how effective you are in the hours you do work. Taking time to rest, recharge, and reflect actually increases your ability to be productive in the long run. It allows you to come back to your tasks with fresh energy, new perspectives, and greater focus. Ignoring the need for rest leads to burnout, which ultimately wastes even more time, as you'll be forced to stop and recover for far longer than if you had simply taken the time to rest in the first place. Understanding the value of time also means recognizing that time is not just for productivity, it's for living. Life is not a race to the finish line, nor is it measured solely by how much you accomplish. Time is for relationships, for experiences, for growth, for enjoyment. It's important to balance the time spent working toward goals with time spent nurturing your relationships, pursuing hobbies, and enjoying the present moment. Too often, people become so focused on achieving their future goals that they forget to live in the present. But the present is where life happens. The present is where memories are made, where joy is found, and where connections are built. Managing time effectively is about creating a life that is intentional, balanced, and fulfilling. It's about making sure that your days are filled with purpose, that your actions are aligned with your values, and that you're moving closer to your goals without sacrificing the beauty of the present moment. The way you spend your time is a reflection of what matters most to you. When you learn to manage it wisely, you gain control over your life and you begin to live with a sense of clarity and purpose that few people ever achieve. Time is not just something you pass through. Time is the currency of your life. Every second, every minute, every hour you spend is an investment, and the returns on that investment are entirely up to you. If you want to live a life of meaning, success, and fulfillment, you must learn to value your time and use it wisely. Once you grasp the true value of time, it becomes a resource you protect, cherish, and use with intention, and the impact of that awareness will be transformative. Self-discipline is the foundation upon which every form of success is built. It is the ability to control your impulses, emotions, and behaviors in order to achieve long-term goals, even when faced with distractions or temptations. Self-discipline is not about deprivation or punishment, rather. It's about aligning your actions with your purpose and values, even when doing so is difficult or uncomfortable. At its core, self-discipline is the practice of choosing delayed gratification over immediate comfort, knowing that what you do today will create the future you desire. One of the most important aspects of self-discipline is the ability to consistently show up, even when you don't feel like it. Too often, people wait for motivation to strike before they take action. They think, I'll start that project when I feel inspired, or I'll work out when I'm in the mood. But waiting for motivation is a losing game, because motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes. Self-discipline, on the other hand, doesn't rely on feelings. It is the commitment to act regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's about making a decision once and then following through on that decision consistently, day after day, regardless of circumstances. This is where the real power of self-discipline lies, in consistency. It's not about doing something perfectly or going all out for a short period of time. It's about doing the small, sometimes mundane tasks consistently over the long haul. Success is not the result of one grand, heroic effort. It's the accumulation of small, disciplined actions taken day after day. Whether it's exercising, saving money, practicing a skill, or working toward a career goal, consistency is what ultimately leads to progress. And it's self-discipline that allows you to be consistent. Self-discipline doesn't mean you never experience temptation or distraction. It doesn't mean you won't ever feel lazy or discouraged. What it means is that you've developed the strength to push through those feelings. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. In the beginning, it might feel difficult to resist distractions or to stay focused on your goals, but over time, as you practice self-discipline, it becomes easier. The key is to start small and build from there. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start by setting small, manageable goals and committing to them. As you achieve these small goals, your confidence in your ability to stay disciplined grows, and you can gradually take on bigger challenges. Another critical element of self-discipline is the ability to manage your time effectively. Many people struggle with discipline not because they lack the willpower, but because they haven't mastered time management. Without a clear structure for your day, it's easy to get lost in distractions or to spend time on activities that don't serve your long-term goals. A disciplined person understands the importance of planning and organizing their time. They set clear priorities, create a schedule, and stick to it. This doesn't mean every minute of the day is rigidly controlled, but it does mean having a sense of structure and intentionality about how you spend your time. When you plan your day with purpose, you're less likely to waste time and more likely to stay on track with your goals. Self-discipline also involves the ability to say no in a world full of options and opportunities. Learning to say no is a crucial skill. Many people fall into the trap of overcommitting themselves or agreeing to things that don't align with their goals or values simply because they don't want to disappoint others or miss out. But discipline means having the strength to say no to what doesn't serve you so that you can say yes to what truly matters. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, often your own priorities. A disciplined person recognizes that their time and energy are finite, and they protect those resources by being selective about what they agree to take on. One of the biggest misconceptions about self-discipline is that it requires perfection. Many people believe that if they slip up or fall short, they failed and might as well give up entirely. But self-discipline isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Everyone makes mistakes, has off days, or experiences setbacks. What matters is how you respond to those moments. A person with self-discipline doesn't allow one mistake to derail their entire progress. They get back on track quickly and keep moving forward. They understand that setbacks are a natural part of the journey and that the real measure of discipline is how quickly you recover from them, not whether you avoid them altogether. Self-discipline is not a solitary pursuit. Surrounding yourself with the right people can have a profound impact on your ability to stay disciplined. The people you associate with can either lift you up or pull you down. If you surround yourself with individuals who have no discipline, who constantly give in to distractions and temptations, it becomes much harder for you to stay on course. But when you're surrounded by people who share your values and who are committed to their own growth, they inspire and support you in staying disciplined. Community and accountability can be powerful tools in maintaining self-discipline. Self-discipline is the key that unlocks the door to success in any area of life. It's the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. It's about taking consistent action, managing your time effectively, and having the strength to say no when necessary. Self-discipline is not about being perfect, but about being persistent, bouncing back from setbacks, and continuing to move forward. It's a skill that anyone can develop with practice, and once mastered, it becomes a powerful force for achieving your dreams and living a life of purpose. Purpose is the driving force behind a fulfilling and meaningful life. Without a clear sense of purpose, people often drift through life, uncertain of where they are headed or why they are doing what they do. A life lived without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, aimlessly wandering through the vast ocean of opportunities, challenges, and distractions. Purpose is what gives life direction. It acts as a guiding compass, helping you navigate through the ups and downs, the triumphs and failures with a sense of clarity and determination. Having a strong sense of purpose is not just about knowing what you want to do with your life, it's about understanding why you are here. It's about identifying what truly matters to you and using that knowledge to shape your actions, decisions, and aspirations. Purpose is the reason you wake up in the morning with a sense of excitement and determination. It's the fire that fuels your passion, creativity, and perseverance, even when the journey becomes difficult or uncertain. Finding your purpose is not always an easy task, and for many people it can take years of self-reflection, exploration, and growth. But it is a journey worth taking because once you discover your purpose, everything else in life starts to fall into place. Purpose gives your life a deeper meaning beyond the day-to-day tasks and obligations. It allows you to see the bigger picture, to understand how your actions contribute to something larger than yourself. When you live with purpose, you become more intentional about the choices you make and the paths you take because you know what you are working toward. One of the key benefits of living with purpose is that it provides a sense of fulfillment. Many people go through life chasing external rewards, money, status, material possessions, only to find that these things don't bring the lasting happiness they expected. Purpose, on the other hand, offers a deeper sense of satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living in alignment with your values and contributing to something meaningful. It's not that external success doesn't matter, but when it's tied to a greater purpose, it becomes far more rewarding. Living with purpose also helps you stay focused and resilient in the face of challenges. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments. Without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy to become discouraged or lose your way when things don't go as planned. But when you have a strong sense of purpose, you are more likely to persevere through difficult times because you understand that the journey is part of the process. Purpose gives you the strength to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain or overwhelming. Purpose brings a sense of clarity and prioritization to your life. When you know what your purpose is, it becomes easier to make decisions because you have a clear framework for determining what is important and what is not. You are less likely to get caught up in distractions or to waste time on things that don't matter because you are focused on what will help you fulfill your purpose. This clarity not only makes you more productive, but it also reduces stress and anxiety because you are not constantly second-guessing yourself or wondering whether you are on the right path. Another powerful aspect of purpose is its ability to create a sense of connection and community. Purpose is rarely something that exists in isolation. More often than not, your purpose involves making a positive impact on others or contributing to a cause greater than yourself. When you live with purpose, you attract like-minded individuals who share your vision and values. This creates a sense of belonging and collaboration that enriches your life and helps you stay committed to your goals. The relationships you build along the way become a source of support, encouragement, and inspiration, further fueling your sense of purpose. It's also important to recognize that purpose can evolve over time. As you grow and learn more about yourself and the world around you, your understanding of your purpose may shift. This is a natural part of the process, and it's something to be embraced rather than feared. Purpose is not a static destination, it's a dynamic journey. As you continue to seek out new experiences and challenges, your purpose may become more refined or take on new dimensions. The key is to remain open to this evolution and to continue aligning your actions with your purpose as it grows and changes. For those who feel uncertain about their purpose, it's important to remember that purpose is not something you find overnight. It requires patience, reflection, and experimentation. Start by paying attention to the things that bring you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of accomplishment. What activities make you lose track of time? What problems do you feel passionate about solving? What values guide your decisions and actions? By asking yourself these questions, you can begin to uncover the clues that point toward your purpose. Purpose is about living a life that feels true to who you are. It's about aligning your talents, passions, and values with the work you do and the way you interact with the world. When you live with purpose, you not only create a life of meaning for yourself, but you also inspire others to do the same. Purpose has a ripple effect. When you are living in alignment with your purpose, you naturally bring out the best in others, encouraging them to discover and pursue their own purpose as well. Purpose is the cornerstone of a life well lived. It provides direction, fulfillment, resilience, clarity, and connection. It helps you navigate the challenges of life with a sense of meaning and determination, and it empowers you to make a positive impact on the world. While finding your purpose may take time and effort, the rewards are immeasurable. Once you discover your purpose, it will become the foundation for everything you do, shaping your actions, decisions, and ultimately your legacy. Effective communication is one of the most important life skills a person can develop. It is the bridge that connects you to others, enabling you to share ideas, express emotions, and foster relationships. In every aspect of life, whether personal, professional, or social, communication plays a central role in determining your success. However, communication is not just about speaking or writing words, it's about understanding and being understood. Mastering this art requires active listening, clarity of expression, empathy, and the ability to adjust your message to suit your audience. At the heart of effective communication is the ability to listen. Too often, people focus on what they are going to say next rather than truly hearing what the other person is expressing. Listening is not a passive act, it requires your full attention and presence. When you listen actively, you are not just hearing words, but also picking up on tone, body language, and underlying emotions. This allows you to respond in a way that is thoughtful and empathetic rather than reactive or dismissive. Active listening fosters mutual respect and understanding, making conversations more productive and meaningful. Clarity is another essential component of effective communication. When you are clear about your message, you minimize the risk of misunderstandings and confusion. This involves organizing your thoughts before you speak, choosing your words carefully, and avoiding jargon or overly complex language. Clear communication is especially important in professional settings, where miscommunication can lead to errors, wasted time, and frustration. In personal relationships, clarity helps prevent unnecessary arguments and ensures that both parties understand each other's needs and expectations. It's also important to recognize that communication is not one size fits all. Effective communicators know how to adjust their message depending on their audience. Whether you're speaking to a group of colleagues, a close friend, or a room full of strangers, you need to consider factors such as tone, body language, and the emotional state of your listener. For example, a conversation with a business associate will likely require a more formal tone, while a discussion with a friend can be more casual and relaxed. Being able to read the room and tailor your message accordingly is a key skill in communication. Empathy is another critical element of effective communication. Empathy involves understanding the feelings and perspectives of others and responding in a way that acknowledges their emotions. When you communicate with empathy, you show others that you care about what they are going through, which helps build trust and rapport. In difficult conversations, empathy can diffuse tension and create a space for open, honest dialogue. Rather than simply trying to make your point, you are showing that you are willing to understand where the other person is coming from, which in turn makes them more likely to listen to you. Nonverbal communication also plays a significant role in how your message is received. Your body language, facial expressions, eye contact, and tone of voice can either reinforce or undermine your words. For instance, if you say you're excited about something but your body is slouched and your voice sounds unenthusiastic, your listener will likely believe your nonverbal cues more than your words. Similarly, maintaining eye contact and nodding while someone is speaking shows that you are engaged and interested, whereas looking away or appearing distracted signals disinterest. Being mindful of your nonverbal communication can enhance the effectiveness of your message and strengthen your connection with others. Conflict is an inevitable part of life, and how you communicate during conflict can either escalate or resolve the situation. Effective communicators know how to remain calm, respectful, and solution-oriented when disagreements arise. Instead of attacking or blaming the other person, they focus on addressing the issue at hand and finding common ground. One technique is to use I statements instead of you statements. For example, saying, "I feel frustrated when deadlines aren't met," is less accusatory and more constructive than saying "you never meet deadlines." This approach reduces defensiveness and opens the door to a more productive conversation. Feedback is another area where effective communication is vital. Whether you are giving or receiving feedback, the way it is delivered can make a significant difference in how it is received. When giving feedback, it's important to be specific, objective, and constructive. Rather than focusing on what went wrong, offer suggestions for improvement and highlight the positive aspects as well. When receiving feedback, it's equally important to listen without becoming defensive. To view feedback as an opportunity for growth rather than as a personal attack. Effective communication in feedback situations requires humility, openness, and a willingness to learn. Effective communication also involves being aware of timing. Sometimes it's not just what you say, but when you say it that matters. If you need to have a difficult conversation, it's important to choose a time when both parties are calm and open to discussing the issue. Trying to communicate when emotions are running high can lead to misunderstandings and exacerbate the problem. Timing your communication carefully shows that you respect the other person's emotional state and are committed to having a constructive dialogue. Technology has also changed the way we communicate, adding new layers of complexity to the process. In today's digital age, much of our communication happens through email, text messages, and social media. While these platforms offer convenience, they also come with their own set of challenges. Written communication lacks the nonverbal cues that are often crucial to understanding intent and emotion. As a result, it's easier for messages to be misinterpreted. To communicate effectively in the digital world, it's important to be extra clear, concise, and considerate in your written messages. Avoid writing in haste or when emotions are high. and take the time to reread your message before sending it to ensure that your tone and intent are conveyed accurately. Effective communication requires ongoing effort and improvement. It's not a skill that you master once and then forget about. Just as with any other skill, communication requires practice, reflection, and continuous learning. Whether through reading books, attending workshops, or simply observing and learning from others, there is always room to grow as a communicator. The more you invest in improving your communication skills, the more effective and fulfilling your relationships, both personal and professional, will become. Effective communication is about more than just exchanging words. It's about creating understanding, building trust, and fostering connection. By mastering the art of listening, expressing yourself clearly, showing empathy, and adjusting your message to suit your audience, you can significantly enhance the quality of your interactions and relationships. Communication is a lifelong skill, and the more you work on it, the more successful and fulfilling your life will be. The life lessons shared offer powerful, transformative insights that can elevate every aspect of your life. By discovering and living with purpose, you create a sense of direction and fulfillment that guides your actions. Building healthy habits helps you take control of your daily life, transforming small actions into lifelong benefits. Learning from failure ensures that setbacks become stepping stones to success, not obstacles. Mastering the art of communication enhances your relationships, fosters understanding, and creates deeper connections with others. These principles, when applied consistently, have the power to bring clarity, growth, and lasting success, making life not only more fulfilling but also deeply enriched. Each of these lessons becomes a vital tool for personal growth, making life better in ways you simply cannot afford to stop using.